We are launching this year now a program for citizens transformation that we would term Operation Refresh, because for health centers, there's a particular perception around them which influences behavior. We want to transform that perception and that behavior, and so we're going to refresh our health centers, our clinics, our primary healthcare facilities. What this will include is improving or continuing to improve health centers that are not looking very good. We have 325 of them. We have now developed a model where we will standardize signage, standardize color codes, improve waiting areas both for patients and staff, and ensure that our community health centers regain the credibility required for persons to go there before they go to a hospital. We're committing over the next 18 months, with this in mind, to commit $1 billion Jamaican dollars to refresh our health centers across the length and breadth of Jamaica under Operation Refresh. The second component to Operation Refresh will be driven by our community health aides. We have some 2,200 community health aides, and they are the first point of contact between the citizen and the health center. We are redefining the scope and the job definition of our community health aides as part of compensation review, and you will see community health aides being more active and present at the community level. That combined, Mr. Speaker, we believe will help to close the gap between the road to transformation, the building out of hospitals, the building out of health centers, the digitization, the diagnostic. The people will have to pull all of that together to get a mindset change and to get a more responsive public. That's the plan, and we believe it is a plan that is entirely possible and that this government is committed to carrying through to its completion. But the transformation also has to take place at the level of the people of Jamaica. We have decided to look at the primary healthcare model, which is the first point of contact between the Jamaican citizens and the healthcare system. Cabinet has approved a new primary healthcare model. This model will see some 370 more doctors being hired in the primary healthcare system. And that's a celebration, that's a good thing, because it means when people turn up at a clinic, if they never used to see a doctor, they will now see a doctor. And they can access more curative services right in their community rather than traveling to the hospital. But more than that, the new system will address a number of issues divided into community, district, and comprehensive health centers. It will look at not just health promotion and education, but screening, prevention and treatment, routine medical, special clinics for adolescent, elderly, men's and women's health, rehabilitative and palliative care, ophthalmology, and audiometric screening. In other words, our health centers are going to be positioned in a manner that will give them greater value for the people in the communities where they are. We have to do more to train and retrain, including accepting that we are going to train for export, and that this will include collaboration and external partners, including institutions outside of Jamaica. So a key part of that transformation is going to be how we train. So today I announced the Dr. Barry Wint Scholarship and Memorial Fund over 5 years, $500 million a year, a $2.5 billion project in keeping with the mandate for training for persons in the health field. The scholarship will be open to Jamaicans who are pursuing studies in the following areas: nursing, medicine, public health, medical technology, epidemiology, health records management, hospital and healthcare management, information systems for health, pharmacy, dentistry, and health economics. In other words, we can't be buying diagnostic equipment, digitizing, and have no one to operate them. We can't not have people who can do the analytics. In other words, take the data and analyze it, health economics, in order to tailor our response to the population. And so this scholarship is intended to solve that problem. The scholarship is open to graduate and postgraduate students, and even students who are currently studying can also apply. The ministry website will provide more information, and the scholarship will begin September of 2024. We have to move right into it because we need people for the build-out that is happening.